Hello guys, my name is Hemant. I am a backend developer. From today onwards, I want to start the series related to asset properties. In this video, I will explain what are the topics we will cover in this series. Okay, in this series, mainly for the asset properties. Okay, first video, I will gonna explain related to database engines. Database engines. The database engines are also called as storage engines. Okay, the engines are mainly it's like the brain for the database. It is like the brain for the database. Okay, it's mainly responsible for storing the data, handling the data, and managing the data. Managing the data at table level. At table level. So the engines are mainly responsible for storing the data, handling the data, managing the data at table level. In this series, mainly I will use MySQL database to explain the practical examples. Okay. For example, if you take MySQL, there is an engine called InnoDB. The InnoDB engine is mainly responsible for handling ACID behind the scenes. Okay. The InnoDB engine in MySQL is responsible for handling ACID behind the scenes. Okay. After completing the database engines, I will move forward to the auto commit versus manual commit. Manual commit. Manual commit in the sense means commit comment. Okay. For example, if you take the example start transaction until unless you can commit, this transaction won't completed. For example, there are many statements between the transaction. If you want the transaction complete, if you use the commit command, then only the transaction will complete. Okay, this concept I will explain in that video. After completing that one, we will move forward to the locking. Okay, we will move forward to the locking. In the locking, mainly there are two types of locking. First one is shared lock, which is denoted by the letter capital S, and the second one is the exclusive lock. Exclusive lock denoted by letter capital X. Shared locks means also called as read lock. Read lock. Exclusive lock also called as write lock. Okay. The, these two locks can be placed at two levels, mainly row level and the table level. Okay. We will cover these concepts in that video. After locking, then we will actually moving for the acid that are atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. Okay. In this acid, isolation is the main important concept. In that concept, I will explain the isolation levels, which are mainly four levels that are read uncommitted, read uncommitted, read committed, repeatable read, repeatable read, and the serializable. And also we will cover the isolation anomalies first. Isolation anomalies. For example, phantom reads, non-repeatable reads, non-repeatable reads, dirty reads, etc. Okay. For example, if you take MySQL, repeatable read is the default one. So for MySQL, the isolation level is the repeatable read. By default, repeatable read. And also, I will talk about the special databases. Special databases or schemas. There are mainly three special databases in MySQL that are information schema, performance schema, and the MySQL. Okay, we can't delete, we can't do anything about these databases. Basically, this is read only. Okay, these databases are read only. We can't do perform any operations on that. And now, before wrapping the video, we will go for the read and write operations. Read and write operations. For example, in database terminology, we hear this word like read operations and write operations. So first I will cover this one, then we will wrap up the video. Okay, first read operation. First read operation. Read operations means we're actually reading the data from the database. Okay, we are reading the data from the database. Okay, for example, if you use the query like select to start from table name, we are actually getting the data from the database. So we are reading that data. So here select command will is come under the read operation. Okay, then write operation. Write operation. Write operations means we are actually doing something with the data. We are actually doing something with the data. Doing something with the data. Here we are doing something means maybe we will insert the data or we will maybe update the data or delete the data. So insert command, update and delete. These all commands come under write operations. Okay. For example, take a real world example. I am the one, I want to buy the new phone, for example, Samsung. I mean, for example, I want the Samsung phone. So what I will do, I will go to the Amazon website or Flipkart website. Then in the search bar, I will search the keyword Samsung phone or Samsung phone or Samsung. Behind the scenes, what actually happens means someone wrote a query like select, which is actually fetching the data from the database related to the user query. Then it will return back to the front end. So in the front end, we will see the Samsung phones and the cost of that one. So here what happens means actually we are reading the data. So the select command comes under the read operation. So what about write operations? Write operations means here someone adding the data or someone updating the data or someone deleting the data. So insert, update, delete. So these are comes under the write operations. Okay. I hope you understand at least what I said. So thank you.